An album a day is my exploration into the Korean music scene. This podcast will cover mainstream, indie, and some underground artists within the scene and provide both factual and opinionated commentary. The biggest benefit to sharing my thoughts this way is that it will hopefully expose you to more great music and exploration of your own.
You're tuned into An Album a Day. Show, start.
Hey, you know how yesterday I was talking about they were doing real good? Perhaps I spoke a little bit too soon. This album, August 1st, 2013, You, the letter, are the letter, so cute. They peaked at 20 on the Korean charts for this, sold a little over 1,000 units. The album has technically 3 tracks, but when you look at it for what it is, when you look at the full 22 minutes and 51 seconds of this, you have your 3 tracks, then you have a radio version of the title, You Are So Cute, then you have an instrumental of it, then you have an instrumental of the second track, and then you have an instrumental of third. They're just like, hey, just take it so that you can practice your dance routines from the choreography that we provide in the videos. 2013. It's a total cute concept. And we talked about this on the very first episode when I gave you some historical context that they were aiming for a cute concept. The title track features a hard rock guitar sound mixed with a European style house beat. You remember that? Do you remember that? If you don't, go back to the 4K episode. It's okay. Like, you just this is one of those albums that when you're a fan of a group, you accept it because you're a fan and you remember the song because you're a fan, and it's not because you really genuinely enjoy it. Like, this isn't on your playlist when you're at the gym, like, oh yeah, it's been so long since I heard this, like I need to work out to it. It don't have that vibe at all to it. However, the song Never, which is also referred to as Gone, because you would have like opta, or opta can mean never, but it can also mean gone. I would assume that the title would have been Andwe if it was like I can't, like not at all, but it can be gone or it can be never, depending upon how you want to interpret the Korean word opta. But that song actually saves it. Although there's this amazing high note in You Are So Cute, this wasn't memorable. It really wasn't. And that's really unfortunate because it had the potential to be very, very great. And, you know, you're coming off of this very strong, solid debut album. 2, you had a double debut. Let's call it for what it is. You had a ballad line only debut, and then you had the entirety of the group. And then you're like, yeah, let's come back with, you know, something that totally doesn't sound like what we gave you in the first album. And it's not a win for me. The thing is, just going back just a little bit to talk about numbers, Rocking Girl peaked at 44 on the Korean charts. Hurry Up peaked at 18. So there was this expectation that it was going to do, you know, somewhere decently because they made such a massive jump from the June 2012 to the September 2012 album. I don't know why this happened. This was just not my interpretation of cute concept means that you're going to give your vocal line more opportunity to shine. And it didn't really seem like this was balanced out too well. And it's not like the group is very large at this point. It's not. So K-pop fans on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being essential listening and 1 not worth mentioning, the A3Day rating on You Are So Cute is a 3. It's a 3. I was going to say 3.5, but no, it's a 3. It's a genuine in between, you either like it or you don't album, and I don't like it. So there's that. I'm not going to challenge it any further than that. I would like to like it more because I did enjoy Hurry Up, and I definitely enjoy the very first album. So had they come across, had they come across my playlists or YouTube recommendations and whatnot in 2013, I wouldn't have given them a second thought. And I find it interesting that it didn't, but perhaps back then, wow, to say back then as if it was so long ago, but in YouTube it was. Perhaps the recommended list and things of that sort then weren't as finessed as they are now, because I can listen to one thing and immediately have a list of recommendations of things that fall in line with the sound, and this wasn't memorable at all. And even more so with this happening in 2013, we're coming up on a time where you have members of the group pulling a lot of interest and a lot of fans because of Day-Il. We're coming up on a time where Day-Il is getting ready to participate in Dancing 9. And at this point in time, back in the day, this was season 2 of Dancing 9. And they come back in 2015, but ultimately we're getting ready after this episode. There's a 2-year gap. They took a 2-year hiatus, and they also added 2 more members. So things got a little interesting in this window of time. And I like the fact that on their Wikipedia page, at least the English language one, there's a timeline image of how long members were in the group and whatnot. Seokjun was only around for a hot second. He leaves by the 2013 album. And, they just got started in 2012. So he felt it was time for him to leave. And then you have quite a bit of the members who are there for a long time. Sungjo has been there from day one. He is a long-term invested member. But something else is interesting on here. When you look at the timeline, it goes from 2013 to 2021. We're not even in 2020 just yet. At the time of this recording, it's only December 2019. So are they already implying that contracts are going to end at that time? I don't quite know how to interpret that, but we're not at the conclusion of this group's discography. It's not for final thoughts just yet. So as we progress and I learn a little bit more about their history and their group and their company, then perhaps at the end we'll have something conclusive for that. But yeah, this one wasn't memorable. You can genuinely skip this one. It's not a worthwhile play. But I am eager about the next album, because that's when I became familiar with them, especially with the lead single, Superfly. It's a small EP. There's only 4 tracks on there technically, and yeah, I'm excited about that one because I'm excited to listen to Superfly. It's been a very long time, so we'll see what we get into with that. Also, I want to share with you all the drop for the rookie segment. So check this out.
루키 라운드업 쇼 스타트.
Yay. Sounds good, doesn't it? Straight to the point, nice and crisp, nothing too fancy. I'm really pleased with it. And hopefully you all will enjoy when the segment drops. It might be tomorrow, might not be. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Shout out to the Megwalas, the most amazing fan base a little entertainer such as myself could ever have. You all are a great support system of the efforts of this, as well as my Patreon patrons, the student body, and the scholars who keep my vision of becoming your favorite Korean music historian, exploring all the industry from A to Z a real thing. If you're interested in supporting the growth of this podcast and supporting content, please visit patreon.com/multifacetedacg. And for as little as $1 a month, you can be a part of the posse on there. It's good stuff. Helps keep the vision moving and grooving. So I will catch you all in the next episode. Bye, y'all. Want to hear music from the artists reviewed on this podcast? Then you have to check out the #A3Day Highlights playlist on Spotify. You can enjoy songs mentioned from select episodes, as well as experience music from new and favorite artists. Start listening with a free Spotify account today.